Modern Shanghai, an international trade mecca, is known as the Paris of Asia, as it has been strongly influenced by foreign cultures. Jews were one group that left an indelible mark on the city, according to Marwyn S, who's a Jew himself. He's been studying the history of the Jewish community in China for decades and doesn't want its impact to be buried in the past. Samuels is now a geography professor at Nanjing University. In the early 1970s, Samuels came to China, attracted by its language and culture. But his ambition to uncover the Jewish influence in China came in 1975, when he visited Shanghai for the first time. From the first Jewish merchants to the later influx of Jewish refugees, many Jews came to China. At one point, the population of the Jewish community in Shanghai reached nearly 30,000. Jews, a group historically vilified yet also celebrated for their business acumen and creativity, have communities around the world. But Samuels believes the history of Shanghai Jews has been forgotten, and it's been his mission over the years to uncover it piece by piece. Samuels says the business-savvy Jewish community fits perfectly in Shanghai, a mega trading city. He says the Jewish business culture not only brought out the best of modern Shanghai's economic development, but also greatly enriched the city's business culture.
Most exclusive hotel in Shanghai at the time. Kowloon was this road, Nanjing East Road. Nanjing East Road in those days was just a small road, narrow road, and mud, mostly because of the rain all the time. So it was very difficult road to use, okay? I don't know how far down, but quite a ways down on Nanjing East Road, almost the entire East Road.
Nanjing Road and the Bund have become the two most important landmarks in Shanghai, with thousands of tourists stopping by every day and international companies setting up shop there. Samuel says the Shanghai Jews contributed by helping shape the city's layout and architectural style. The distinguished David Sassoon was another Jew who gained his fame by doing business in old Shanghai, as were the Fordman brothers. In the early 1940s, the Sassoon family owned Sassoon House, Herbin Building and many others, accounting for 21% of Shanghai's high-rise buildings. Today, those buildings remain landmarks on the Bund, and the Sassoon House, built in September 1929, is now the famous Peace Hotel. Samuels independently studied the original Iraqi Jewish community and also the Jewish refugees from the 1930s and 40s. His research continues to accumulate and unfold. Samuel says he believes in delving deeply into his research, so that meant he had to make a commitment to live in China for the long term. By doing this, his research provides historical context to the Jewish community's history within China's grand historical scope.
You make a commitment to the place. You make a commitment to China, which means two things. One, you adapt to China, but you try to make China adapt to you also a little bit, or at least you are honest by what you adapt. I've been involved in hundreds of projects in China, and I'm trusted to some extent because I tell it like I see it. That is, I don't try to make things look pretty when they're actually ugly. But I do it in a very Chinese-y way, according to all my Chinese friends, which is, I don't go public criticizing anybody.
According to Samuel's research, Shanghai Jews represent a specific place in Jewish history. Composed of Sephardic Jews from the Middle East, but mainly Russian Ashkenazi Jews and Central European Jewish refugees, more than 20,000 Jewish refugees escaped to Shanghai during the 30s and 40s to avoid the Holocaust. Now the Jewish imprint lives on and can be seen among the low-rise houses and old streets fashioned by Jewish descendants in Shanghai.
And in a way, there's a kind of special relationship between the Jews and the Chinese people, and particularly Shanghai, for that reason. At the same time, I think it's also symbolic of something else, and especially contemporary, today's Shanghai. Every people think that they have a sort of unique culture or history or something, right? Including language and China too, and we Jews especially so. Of course.